paper magic will survive like the heat death of the universe, and will...
Oh, it's a smuggler's copter. Would you like to crew this? And then it crashes because they don't understand arithmetic.
All your cards belong to me.
2 minutes into macing him in the eyeballs, I switched to pepper spray. He's like, it's all right, refreshing. And went back to the mace.
Magic is dying. I'm done. Selling everything.
I might be a hoarder. And yes,
I don't have the crayons or glue to explain this to you right now.
What, are you gonna die twice?
Oil will be worthless before magic cards will.
Well, okay, Dr. Man.
That's Mr. Dr. Professor Jason.
Hello, everyone. Welcome into Brainstorm Brewery. I'm Corbin Hostler, joined as always by DJ and Liz. We are fresh off the Marvel pre-release. We did a midnight pre-release at my LGS. That was a lot of fun. I played some horrific Magic at 2:30 a.m. and it makes me realize, am I playing that badly on Arena at 2:30 a.m. when I play every night?
Oh, yeah.
Am I just spewing
Yes,
such
you are.
absurd value?
It's actually
Corbin.
worse when you're at home because you're just like zoned out.
It's sure. I've got another I've got I'm watching YouTube on the other screen.
You're watching compilations while you're drafting.
Corbin, you know those road signs that say like "Don't like driving tired is driving
Interesting
drunk."
duo
All those highway signs that say "Pull over" to like "Don't drive tired" or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, is playing Magic tired like that? Is that? Am I making all these decisions?
But
with
after
all
the
that-
games, when I
Driving
lose,
or Magic harder.
I lose the games, and I'm like, I played perfectly. What happened? I don't get it. Anyway, I have a sort of a question to ask you all. Put on your LGS hat for a moment.
Okay.
I think I know what you all will say, but I think it's interesting. I received a phone call yesterday asking me, hey, Corbin, we have someone here at the store who wants to sell you a like $60, $70 test card. What do you say in just a vacuum? You know, are you interested? What's your next step there if someone wants to sell you a $75 test card out of a mystery booster that you don't actually think anyone's going to buy in any timely manner in your store?
Can I jump in with my answer real quick?
Yeah, go for
I
it.
fired the employee who called me and asked me a question without any of the pertinent information.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, that's all. Like, just if I'm not in the store and you call me and ask me, should I buy a $75 test card? I mean, like, the answer is I don't fire the employee because clearly I didn't train them well enough to have that situation come up. The actual answer is you just find out what buy list on the item is and you pay it, and if you're out is buy list.
I also said just buy the card.
Yeah. I mean, like, I agree on all points of being annoyed that I was called for this and making sure the employee knows, like, to check that that it is in fact a $75 test card, because those are notorious for having $2 versions of the same card. Like, whether it has the little stamp on the bottom for Slivdrazi or whatever. Like, am I thinking of the same thing?
Uh-oh.
Oh, did Corbin's employee actually give him a reason to fire him by spending that much money on the wrong card?
I want to clarify, no one is getting fired, obviously.
Let go. Sorry.
You never know. I get antsy. Maybe I'll fire you, Corbin.
Did Corbin... What was Corbin's word track here?
Oh, no.
Did Corbin just lose a bunch of money?
We'll find out when I go into the store tonight.
Find out next week on Dragon Ball Corbin.
Charging up for 3 episodes. I actually did not anticipate this conversation going in this direction at all. I wasn't even
Why
super
did you open
annoyed.
the show with this bit? What was your plan?
He just
thought
wanted
it was-
free advice.
I thought it would be an interesting question of, so what I asked is, are they just trying to sell us this one card, or is it like part of a larger deal, right? Because if it's like a regular who's just like, hey, I opened this card, do you want it? I actually wouldn't mind telling them no.
Sure.
In this case, they were like, they've got other stuff. And I said, of course, just buy it. It's fine. You don't want them to go anywhere else, right? I did not anticipate, so I didn't actually mind the call. I did not anticipate that it was a Slivdrazi monstrosity. And I don't know if it was the $13 version or the $62 version, but I know we paid on it like it was the $62 version. So I might be out a couple Chipotle bowls here. We'll find out tonight.
Will Corbin ever financially recover? Find out next week on Corbin Balls Z. Speaking of charging your laser,
I have such a it comes out in the wash attitude about Magic cards. Maybe it's because I
you
spill
put so many Magic cards through the wash. Like that's why you have that attitude. Is because you have rinsed several Magic cards with literal liquid.
I know that's right.
I was gonna say I've spilt a lot of Red Bull on cards, so maybe that's why.
Speaking of charging your laser, my ancient brain thought of the phrase "shoop de whoop" recently, and I said it around somebody who was in their early 20s, and I then had to explain that I wasn't a crazy person. And I had to be like, no, this was a real meme.
Yeah, that famously makes you look not crazy when you explain the 20-year-old meme about how you're not crazy. It
is over a 20-year-old meme at this point. It was like 2005, 2006.
Yeah, it was very early YouTube for sure.
Yeah, one of the current things making the clip rounds recently across social media is the Eric Andre show, with people debating whether or not it holds up. And
it does.
I watched it a little at the time. It definitely epitomizes the 2010 era of random. No, listen. Of so random.
No.
I don't know. I think maybe we're just saying different things, but I will say that during that time, literally kids were like, "I'm so random," and that show is just random shit happening, which is hilarious.
Okay, no,
the entire show's great. Corbin, but go ahead,
Corbin. Here's the thing: I watch the Eric Andre show like twice a year. You have to get stoned to watch it. First of all, it is a vibe that if you are trying to engage with it purely from like what is this is art, you're gonna have a bad time. But the thing about it is actually high art. It is Dadaism. It is Fountainhead. It is Eric Andre being like, yeah, what's a talk show? It's a serious thing where you talk about promoting your stuff. Whenever he talks to somebody about promoting their stuff and they like get mad at him, he's turning the camera back on society, bro.
He was ahead of his time. That show is, I won't lie. Especially I've watched a ton of the good clips from the past few days, and one of my favorite bits he does is when they're doing just, whatever random shit they're doing to a person, and then that person starts to react as, a normal person would react. And he just, I don't know if I've ever seen like a duo better at keeping straight faces and just playing it straight. And he just like looks them dead in the eye and goes, "You're acting so crazy right now."
Hannibal was like the funniest part of the show. I also think that the Eric Andre show contains the funniest individual bit on television history, which is the Lance Reddick bit. If you're listening at home, go onto YouTube and look up Lance Reddick Eric Andre show, because I think it might actually be the funniest thing ever on TV. The way he delivers the line is
I watched this last night.
Yeah, it's aces, dude.
Yeah.
I can't repeat that joke. I'm not allowed to.
I think Marvel would have been a killer set if it released when the Eric Andre show came out, but instead it came out this week. Also, I found this out. The Marvel set, and we've been talking about this for the last few weeks, the Marvel set was actually supposed to release on the same weekend as Avengers, or the same month as Avengers Doomsday, except Disney did, as they often do, they pushed Doomsday 6 months ahead. Maybe they didn't want to compete with Masters of the Universe. I don't know. But either way, it would have made a lot more sense had the set released on top of the movie.
And we were talking on the other IP riffing. What's the third one?
Avatar was supposed to release with Seven Havens.
Oh, was it really?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
I could be wrong. Maybe it was supposed to be.
I don't think
it was
that
the Netflix series.
Oh, maybe it was supposed to be released with the like a live action movie.
These are only the ones we know about.
Seven Havens, I know is like still not even confirmed to have a release day, because it was like when it was announced last year, it was for 2027 originally. So like that one's not close, but like it might have been supposed to be with another Avatar property. That might be true.
Maybe I'm a fool, but yeah, maybe. I mean, who's to say?
Well, I will say that Avatar did a 20-year anniversary. Like the set came out on the 20-year anniversary of the show.
Sure, that might be it then.
Not the exact same month, but the same year, so it's a
Yeah.
reason enough, I guess. But
And the Star Trek series is coming out just in time for Star Trek to be off the air for the first time in 60 years. Good timing on that one, gang.
yeah, they ran it into the ground with some of those shows on Paramount. Even they, I don't know. I don't know what Star Trek's supposed to do.
I don't know. Just put some shit on Jeffrey Combs and film him.
You know what? They can just flick some switches, and then Captain Picard can say, "I'm a fire in my laser," and we've come full circle. We've come full circle.
They did really well with the Chris Pines movies, and then they just torpedoed that.
Those movies were
I guess
universally pretty hated. I think. I mean, I like them. I think
no,
they did bad,
they did.
didn't
They did very well financially. They renewed interest in the format or in the show, blah blah, the series, I guess, etc. I mean, the actor died, and that did kind of put a damper on, from what I understand, with the cast. But like everything just kind of meandered after that. Anyway, we'll see what happens when it comes out of Magic. I think it'll be popular regardless.
I do wonder. I know when Baldur's Gate, the video game, came out, it made Baldur's Gate, the Magic set, more popular. We sold a lot of boxes of it.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me feel like maybe when Avengers Doomsday comes out, we get a little bit more
I think
more
so.
juice on your Marvel product.
Well, especially when whatever that next Marvel set next year comes out it will. We've seen some Spider-Man cards going up with this set release, and Spider-Man cards suck. So if there's actual good cards from this set, who knows?
One thing I've also noticed, and this is probably the biggest canary in the coal mine, is I've seen a lot more soul stones transacting than I did in months and months prior. Right, like people are getting a Mind Stone and being like, I need a Soul Stone now. Or they're being like, well, there's 2 of them now. And so every Marvel set will make those better. I kind of wonder if a set of 7 Infinities, is there 7 of them or 6 of them?
6? One for the finger and then one for the back of the hand.
What do you think a set of 6 Infinity Stones, BGS 10, go... And now BGS 10 is like another tier up because they all come out of the pack. What do you think a set of those goes for when they're all out? Like... $1 million?
You're right that this is the advent, perhaps, of graded Magic cards, because a set of stones, of Infinity Stones, and if they make an Infinity Gauntlet card or something.
Yep. Also, remember, there's an Infinity Gauntlet trophy from SCG Baltimore. Magic Spotlight Baltimore.
Ooh, yeah.
At SCG Con. I'm just saying, whoever has that trophy... the person who won that trophy is the Fling guy with the poison dart frog, right?
I don't recall.
I don't know.
Sorry, I wasn't.
I believe that was Baltimore.
You're probably right.
Yeah. So this is all very interesting because the Soul Stone, the Mind Stone.
I'm very happy that I have a factory sealed Mind Stone locked already. Just a local cracked it from the pre-release and was like, I got to message DJ, so...
It really makes me want to actually just pick up Soul Stones. And for what it's worth...
you're a little late on the Thanos ones.
Sure, unfortunately. The base copy of a Soul Stone, though, has gone from its low of about $55 earlier this year to $87, almost $90 right now.
It's the One Ring.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's going to be 6 of them. So
there's going to be 6 of them asterisk. I mean, Corbin and I talked about this a week or 2 ago.
Yeah, that's true,
I don't think Liz was here, but like, it takes a lot of continued player momentum to have a plan for 6 of these when Wizards is known to jerk the steering wheel at the slightest provocation of headwinds.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, there's very likely some amount of partner contractual obligation that will prevent them from doing that.
That was what I was thinking, but...
Like, I know for a fact that WotC doesn't want to deal with Disney lawyers.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. I don't know. It depends how much... You're probably right. If I were to guess, the way it works is that they have X number of contracts with Y number of companies... for Z number of Universes Beyond sets, and once those lock into a date, they're pretty much locked in. Yep. And now Disney might be able to push back Doomsday, but Wizards can't. It was a big deal when they swapped the release date of a set a year in advance, like they did.
Yep.
they cannot just flip a switch on that stuff. So
Yeah.
it is probably true that 2028 Universe Beyond sets are probably locked in.
Yeah. Well, here's my question. There's some amount of intimating and implying going on here. Do you two feel like the Marvel set is struggling? Do you feel like the set was not a success? Because I have my opinions on
No,
this.
I think it's doing better than the average player expects it is, which
What
is
do
not
you
a high bar
consider-
for sure.
I'm so Twitter brained by people who are just out to say that the set sucks. We blew through our all of our numbers, but that's different because we've only been open for less than a year, so it's hard to say.
So, my store gets a ton of pre-release kits, and we had fairly low attendance relative to our best pre-releases. This was an average pre-release for us. It wasn't Strixhaven, it wasn't Final Fantasy.
That's about where I'm putting my expectations for this specific Marvel
But-
set, is like above Spider-Man, below like an average Magic set, but like not terrible.
Sure. But here's the thing. We had lower attendance in Strixhaven, but we had the exact same amount of spend as Strixhaven. Our revenue for the weekend was the same as Strixhaven.
Ooh.
Because a lot of people just came in and said, one of everything, please. Ooh, a Marvel Collector box? Ooh, a Jumpstart box? Like, the success of a Universes Beyond set is not measured in the sales of the Universes Beyond set. It is measured in the sales of the Magic Universe set that comes later that they all play.
Yep.
That's
Reality
correct. That's why
Fracture is a
Strixhaven
more
was huge.
successful set now because we did Marvel. Like, TMNT made Strixhaven more successful, whether you want to admit it or not. Final Fantasy is part of why Lore and Eclipsed and Strixhaven and every Magic IP set is going to be better, is because these people who come in through Marvel who are like, I love the Hulk and I love Tony Stark, and they sit down, they play games of Magic, and they're like, wow, Magic is pretty awesome. My opponent played a
Miss
Wart the Raid
Bubbleflower.
Mother deck. I love Lorwyn. We get to Reality
Yeah.
Fracture, and people are going to go back and rediscover Strixhaven. The success of a Universes Beyond set are not dictated by its sales, but the number of people who continue to play Magic after their IP is no longer on the stage.
Yeah. And we've been through so many iterations of Wizards telling people this, and then people going, well, they're only going to spend money, they're not going to play, and then hitting Final Fantasy, breaking records everywhere for play, and then they go, well, they're playing, but they're not going to stick around, they're just tourists.
Yeah.
And then Strixhaven has the biggest set release ever, and instead of thinking critically about it, as Liz just laid out, you have people going, well, obviously that means Magic sets are... It's just so silly because more to the point, we had multiple people in the store this weekend who were just Marvel super fans, and they were either lapsed Magic players, you might call them, or irregular Magic players who maybe have a couple Commander decks but aren't really doing OP every week, right? That kind of thing. So we had a lot of that, and one of them has been saving up money for like literally months for this set, gets a collector box, opens up the expensive Thanos, the power-up one. It was like some number of hundreds
That card's
of
a
dollars.
masterpiece.
Yeah, and they were
It's
thrilled.
very, very cool.
They were thrilled.
Like-
So,
Whoever internally designed that card deserves a raise. Like, everything about it is really cool. I'm sorry. Like,
yeah, I think the
Masterpiece.
power-up stuff actually works out okay.
Yeah.
In limited too, after pre-releasing a couple times. So, I don't know. We'll see how the set holds up. I mean, we struggled during TMNT with draft a little bit. So we'll see how it goes on this one. I do think that this IP is better than TMNT for that.
I don't think this is going to be as good of a limited format, but as some of the best ones. But to me, it is a strong indicator, very indicative that Final Fantasy is the greatest limited format of all time. Like, I think that is just a true fact. Basically, I think it's the best limited format, and I think it's indicative that they can make them good. And I don't know if this one's going to be anywhere near as good, but I have higher hopes for Universes Beyond Limited than I think most do.
All right. Well, let us know in the YouTube comments how your pre-releases went, how your stores feel about the set.
Breaking Bolt time.
I have a card that you should pick in your Time Spiral limited games from 2006 or 5. Is it 5? 6. 2006. Should have gone with my first guess. Should have been confident. It's a green common from Time Spiral that basically doesn't have a reprint. If you like, the list Mystery Booster does not count. So like it
Is
basically
this the 1/1 that discards a card to search for land?
Sorry, I
good
missed
guess.
the
Good
I
guess,
missed the
but-
details, DJ. What is it?
It is a green common from Time Spiral, which used to be a banned set for those who follow Brainstorm Brewery lore.
Yeah.
Is it a sliver?
No.
Is it a thallid?
No.
Is it Withstand Death? Is that a
No.
card I made up?
That's a Scars of Mirrodin card, I think?
Isn't there like a turnicide effect in that set, like a 1-mana counter thing that targets?
Withstand
the thing,
Death is
maybe?
a green
There
common.
is a card from that. That is a time-shifted card, I believe.
You're right.
Avoid Fate, that's what it is.
Monvuli Acid Moss.
It is Monvali Acid.
Oh, let's go,
Staple.
baby!
Let's go.
This is one of my favorite cards in Magic of all time. I am a big Stone Rain enjoyer. I missed when I could play this card in Modern and just have it be like kind of okay. Turn 2ing this bad boy off an Arbor Oath Utopia Sprawl is one of the greatest enlightenments a human being can receive in our mortal realm. It's got a list printing and it's got a Time Spiral printing that's 72 cents market price. Card Kingdom will pay you 30 cents for it. Star City will pay you a quarter. Cool Stuff will pay you 50 cents. This is like an idyllic, perfect realm of a breaking bulk card. It is just the kind of card you pick out of bulk and sell for 50 cents because somebody else didn't know where the demand for this card lies. It's clever. It gets Stomping Grounds. It can get like Breeding Pool because it just says forest. It can get a Surveil Land. Oh my god, it can get a Surveil Land. I never even thought of that. Holy moly. Because the last time I cast this card, I was ramping into Inferno Titan, I think. Yeah, turn 3 Inferno Titan off this bad boy in Modern. It's a breaking bulk. You should pick it out of your bulk, and you should pick out the list version, Mystery Booster versions, even though they are less, because Star City will give you 50 cents for each of those.
All right. I have a common as well. It is a red common from Morningtide.
Band set, speaking of.
Does it have Champion?
Nope.
Like the Champion mechanic?
It does not.
Is this the Harbinger? The
It is not.
No, Flamekin Harbinger's like
Not Harbinger.
uncommon from...
the
Lore
Banneret. Sorry, that's what I'm thinking of. The Banneret.
Oh,
the red
Bright Hearth Banneret?
Hey, it is Bright Hearth Banneret.
Yeah.
It's $3. Also, fun fact, Thornbite Staff, do you all know how much that card's worth?
It's 20, I think.
It's $25.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Card's really good.
It's really complex for a pre-con, too. It's got weird, like, tracking issues. It's got a lot of weirdness going on with it. It's
also a
a
Kindred
tribal
card, isn't it?
equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wizard card, I think. Yeah, it's a weird one.
Wizards. So I have one that's going to be guessed immediately that I think is worth mentioning, and then I
It's
have
fun.
one that
We're
you
all
gotta
winners
work
today.
for. I have a Dark Ascension colorless rare.
Rune Chanter's Pike?
No, that's Innistrad proper, I think. No, it is Dark Ascension, but it's not that one.
I don't know. Jar of Eyeballs might also be Innistrad. Those two sets are so blurred together.
No. Wow, if you guys don't get this one, that's going to be really embarrassing for you after I prompted with this one's a freebie.
I think Witchbane Orb is also Innistrad. Colorless Rare might be land. Wait, hang on. I feel like some of the... Because there was like
of the white-black lifelink Death Touch land?
Vault of the Archangel is not.
That one's like $1,000 still, isn't it? Or did it get reprinted a million times?
Maybe.
Colorless
Not that,
land...
You're getting
Colorless
colder.
card. Getting colder? Okay. Colorless Rare from Dark Ascension.
It's an artifact, if that helps.
My mind keeps going to Elbrus the Binding Blade, but that is a mythic.
Correct. Wow. I'm completely owning both of you right now.
Dark Ascension. Corbin, this is like your era. Back me up here.
I don't know what's in Dark Ascension, man. I drafted the hell out of that set. And it's an artifact from Dark Ascension.
This card, you probably
Grafdigger's
never
Cage?
played it in Limited. It is Grafdigger's Cage. Card is back on the curve after being bulk
Didn't
for
need
a bit.
Corbin's
Bulk
help.
adjacent.
Why did I even ask? God damn.
I helped get you there.
Hey, what are you
TCGPlayer
talking
Direct.
about?
TCGPlayer Direct on Grafdigger's Cage is $7.43 with sales, with a $5.46 net, which is pretty good considering TCG low is $1.79. Multiple buy lists at TCG low or above. Just below TCG low. Card it only has a couple of printings relative to how popular it is. And it's a card a lot of players, one or two of for their Eternal formats. And the strong direct listing was enough for me to shout it out today.
Yeah, I like this pick a lot. It's got a mystery booster printing that looks very cool.
Yeah.
This card was reprinted a lot during the pre-COVID era. I will describe that as.
Yeah, I would have thought this was like bulkish.
I did too, but then my brain just worked better than yours, and here we are. It's got a secret layer printing that also looks very cool. That you can probably list at $20 and have it sell somewhat often. This is a good pick. I can see people leaving this in bulk rares because they thought it was a bulk rare.
Yeah, I'm always saying that. My other one is a Modern Horizons 2 Blue Rare.
Suspend?
It does have Suspend.
I named the card Suspend.
Inevitable Betrayal. It's the bribery with Suspend. Card
I thought you were being cheeky, and the card was actually named Suspend.
Oh, you were saying the card Suspend. I forgot that was a card.
That's the name of the card, right? Like, there's a card named Suspend that gives
There is a card named Suspend, but it's not the card I'm thinking of. The card I'm thinking of is Inevitable Betrayal, which is a card with Suspend. I thought you were wanting to claim credit for just naming the mechanic on the card, which I gave you.
No, we're in a who's on first situation, which is lovely,
Correct.
but...
Curse Your Sudden, but Inevitable Betrayal. Card has $1.30 buy list on Card Kingdom.
For the regular ass one?
I'm pretty sure. No, I misread that. That was for the secret layer printing, maybe.
The regular one still buy lists for.
Did I read this wrong?
30 cents to cool stuff. It counts. No. The regular version, collector number 47, still has a market price of $1.54. You're vindicated. You're good.
But also has a direct premium of $4 and it is selling. That's why I called this one out. That's right. Card is seen playing Modern Living End right now, so.
I think I'm going to rebuild.
What do you get with this? Just their Atraxa, I guess? Like at the both sideboard? Yeah. You just yank whatever their big bungus is?
Pretty much. You take their Atraxa or their Gristlebrand if they're the Goryo's deck.
Sure. That makes sense. Bribery is a hell of a card, yeah.
All right, there you go, everybody. Bulk Broken.
So that actually segues very nicely into... hang on, give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
So that actually segues very nicely into something that we should be very much talking about this week, which is happy TCGPlayer fee update to everyone who sells on TCGPlayer platform. For reasons unknown, so my store no longer sells on TCGPlayer, but I read this announcement 65 times to make sure that I didn't read it incorrectly. TCGPlayer fees changed as of June 18th, and they are better universally, basically, by a lot for every seller on the platform except for a select few. If you are somebody who deals exclusively in very, very high volume, low value bulk transactions, you are sort of on the short end of the stick here. You are the person that TCGPlayer is incentivizing to move away from that style of commerce. But for pretty much everyone else, the direct fees are changing lower across the board. We've talked for 10 years almost on this podcast about dead zones on direct, where you should never ever sell a card between $3 and $4-ish, or between, even worse, is the $20 and $24 threshold. Before this update, if you sold a card on direct for $20.01, you would get $12 roughly after their fee structure. It was a nightmare. You were almost always better off either buy listing the card to a store for $15, or you were better off just charging $28 or $30 and hoping somebody would one day take it, or you were hoping that the card just sold not on direct. And they've made several changes here. Corbin's going to read off the sheet so that you can stop hearing me talk and start hearing him talk, because he deserves some amount of talking after the Grafdigger's Cage Gate incident. He deserves to basically read off a spreadsheet or read off an announcement as his penance for breaking bulk is a punishment game now, by the way. There are penalties for failing.
But not for me, DJ, just for Corbin.
Just for Corbin, he's got to learn cards outside of the Alara block. Like, we've had too many incidents where I'll be like, it's a Morning Tide, and then he'll just guess an Alara card immediately, because that's the set he was born with, that's the set that retained in his long-term memory. But we're going to let Corbin read out the direct fee changes on TCGPlayer in an ASMR voice real quick.
As TCGPlayer says, it's out with the old and in with the new. The new fees bring increased predictability, simplified fee calculations, and improved transparency. The new fees on an item price from 40 cents to $2.50 are 50% of the item price. For $2.50 and up, it's $1.12 per item, plus 8.95% commission and 2.5% transaction fees. Out with the complex per order fees and in with the simple and predictable per item fees.
Corbin, can you count down from 10?
All right, that's it. The end.
No, can you count down from 10, please, please,
Nope.
please.
Nope, they have to pay me for that. I am a paid voice over reader. I think I might have lost that gig to AI.
Yeah.
The
but
countdown
I am
from
here.
10 in English is free. In Russian, it's a lot of money.
That's super fair.
Man.
The TLDR of this announcement is basically the fees are better. Like, you can sell an item at pretty much any price point and expect a very simplified fee. The way the system used to work is it calculated a fee based on the order value. So if you did list something in $19.99 to avoid the direct massive fee at $20, and then somebody bought your $19.99 and a $1 item, you'd get destroyed. You would get GG'd, you would get unlucky, however you want to phrase it in your gamer speak, you would get blasted by the fees at that point. And now if you sell a $19.99 item, you lose the $1.12 direct fee. And then if you sell your $1 item on the same order, you lose 50 cents there, which is fine. That is perfectly acceptable, very reasonable. I read this announcement 100 times with the people in the band Discord, who are the lovely sponsors of our podcast, who will hear from us about them shortly. And I feel like I still could be missing something even after the announcement, when people are posting their fees. They're like, it's great, it's awesome, like, this is cool, like, thank you, TCG. Like, it's very much like worst person you know made a great point vibes, where it's like, what am I missing here?
It's very interesting that, and rare that you see a fee structure type of thing change to the benefit of anyone. Does this impact consumers at all?
Not unless you see people changing their prices to adjust to the new structure, which I think you will. You will see cards float in the $20 to $24 range more often on direct now, because you're not just daggered for those fees. So, like, that's a thing.
I think it stops, I'll say, price decompression around the low 20s numbers, because before it was like a card's be listed for $18 or like $27.
Yeah.
And I think it's just going to change the texture of how cards are priced. Probably not in a huge way. It's going to take time for it to adjust, because prices are pretty inflexible.
The only other thing I can think of would be maybe there's a few sellers who this was specifically targeted at to maybe gently edge them off the platform. Like, maybe there's sellers who are doing huge volume numbers through TCGPlayer at a low card value, and this is a way for TCGPlayer to either get a lot more revenue from that style of seller, or basically suggest that they move off direct for their own fulfillments, because, like, I imagine there's a lot of maybe labor bogged down in TCGPlayer dealing with low value cards, like we saw with PSA recently. So maybe it's targeted at a few specific sellers, but, like, by and large, for pretty much anybody I can think of, this is just a good change, and it's very weird. Like, For
I get it.
Late game capitalist monolith like eBay to enact something that is to the benefit of the masses is suspicious at best.
I'm wondering what the catch is, but you know what? Sometimes a gift horse's mouth does not need to be observed.
I guess if anybody spots my blind spot, please let me know in the comments. Now that you have post JOI clarity from Corbin's,
Oh my god, you can't say this.
We're calling Corbin the jerk-off meister.
You're misspelling joy. We don't support misspellings on this podcast.
Oh, Lord knows we do. No, Corbin, it's missmellings.
No,
Missmellings.
gosh. DJ, tell him about Bad.
I am here to tell you about MTG Band, who is the sponsor of this Blowout podcast, and they have an announcement. They recently revamped the entire website, made a lot of the UI better, made a lot of adjustments, added a lot of cool features. Too many features for me to talk about without being paid additional money. But there's a lot of them, and they are currently offering a 25% off to all new subscribers through for the first month, which means in order you have a free trial on Patreon at mtgband.com, and then you sign up for their week free trial on Patreon, so that's free. Then you have 25% off the first month, and you have 50% off first month through BSB. So that's a whole lot of ways to access these tools for a very affordable price. And they are very good tools. We used them in our Breaking Bulk. You didn't even know we were using them, but we did. We looked at Inevitable Betrayal. We looked at Grafdigger's Cage. We looked at all of the prices and the features that you can use Band for. Like, oh, I can click a button and load all these Moon Valley Acid Mosses into my cart on CK Buy List. I can upload a spreadsheet, which I do most days of the week on Band, to get a price quote for a customer. I can look at this crazy ass picture of Patrick Star because I'm sorting by price on a notable betrayal. So if I want to know what the best, most expensive version of Inevitable Betrayal is, if I want to buy it as my pick of the week, I go, oh, I sort by value, pull the Inevitable Betrayal Internet Sensation SpongeBob one that goes with your Marvel superheroes cards, and you go, oh, CK is paying $5.50 on that. That has a gold star next to it because it's the highest their number has been in the past few months. A lot of features on Band, most of which are just good for making you money and saving you time if you deal with Magic cards a lot.
As DJ listed all of these incredible discounts that you can get, you can interlock all of your promotions and discounts to basically own the website. It reminded me of a classic Tumblr post, which I will now read, and I'll censor myself in the name of the sponsor. I'm watching extreme couponing, and I just saw a woman rack up a charge over $1,000, and then her coupon game was so raw, by the end of it, the store owed her $8. What the heck? Honestly, if you use all the promotions all at once on TCGPlayer.com, your coupon game will be raw. Like, you will be hardcore couponer.
I feel like we were born in just this, like, all of our birth circumstances are so close to being extreme couponers.
The circumstances of one's birth does not matter. It's what they do with their life. These two and Herman Cain taught me that.
It's how they stack their coupons.
The Mewtwo quote.
Didn't Herman Cain also quote that on his campaign?
Maybe.
Mewtwo's a smart guy.
Herman Cain quoted from a source identified as the Pokemon movie in a speech suspending his presidential campaign. Quote, I believe these words came from the Pokemon movie, Cain said. Quote, life can be a challenge. Life can seem impossible. It's never easy when there's so much on the line. But you and I can make a difference. There's a mission just for you and me. Sorry, different Pokemon quote. My bad.
Good for him, though. Poignant.
He even credited the source.
Yeah. That's awesome. Isn't he a monster? Didn't he die of
I think
COVID?
he's dead.
Yeah, didn't he die of COVID?
Herman
Yeah,
Cain, I
so.
think, had a moment with his 777 plan, if I recall. I don't remember what that meant, but I believe that was his thing.
Also, regarding MTG Ban, addendum, they have a fee calculator for TCGPlayer that has been updated. So if you are like a seller and want to know how much you will get for selling things on the platform, thankfully TCGPlayer made it surprisingly easy to understand your fees. But if you don't want to do any of the mental work, there's a fee calculator in Ban in the Discord. It's a pinned post in one of the channels. You just click it, plug in your order value and what you're selling, and they will pop out the fees for you. So that is another feature they have that is unrelated to the actual tools of the website. It's just a fancy Google sheet that somebody keeps updated. We used to have that as our Patreon offerings, but we are too spreadsheet unsavvy to keep that updated, so we didn't. And if our sponsor's going to do it anyway, then there we go. So,
well, here's one spreadsheet we do keep updated for everyone who goes to patreon.com/BSB. It's our Picks of the Week spreadsheet.
Pick of the week, pick of the week, pick of the week. Time for the pick of the week.
And this week, I'm coming in with a hot, modern pick. I don't know what's going to be good at the Pro Tour. I do know that this card is likely to see some amount of play, and it's a Mythic for Modern Horizons 2, and it's got a couple reprints, but I think that all of them could see some upside here. Archon of Cruelty has climbed from $7 to $10 in the past 2 months, and I think it's still picking up some steam. A good weekend at the Pro Tour will make this card $20. It's, along with Atraxa, the reanimation target of choice.
Yeah, this card's really strong. It's seen an uptick in play in Legacy recently as a 4-of because they banned Entomb. And a lot of decks just can't beat an Edict every turn, honestly.
Yeah, it's great. There's also, if you want to get fancy with it, there's a Commander Duskmourn Archon of Cruelty that's one of those horror movie posters, which is kind of cool looking. If you want to get a real, unique looking version, that card is basically flat at around $20.
Yeah. Mine is also a modern pick this week with the Pro Tour coming up. I think Chalice of the Void is on the come up again, as it is a strong tool against the Violent Outburst Cascade decks. Additionally, Brady Monroe just won the Mox with Eldrazi-tron, featuring 4 copies of this card. You can just play Chalice on 1 and counter all your prowess opponent's cantrips and burn spells. Chalice is kind of at a low price right now. It's like $20, $15-$20 for most copies. And most buy lists are pretty much at TCG low. Like, there are multiple places to sell your Mirrodin Near Mint Chalice of the Void for TCG low. I think
if you have Mirrodin Near Mint Chalice of the Voids,
the master sets also have that too, for the most part.
Yeah, I'm just.
I actually got sold some recently. Someone had a bunch of Mirrodin Darksteel stuff they sold me.
I actually just bought a collection this morning that had a ton of Mirrodin Darksteel 5th Dawn cards that were just like clearly pack fresh in your mint, and a bunch of very nice pre-modern foils. Obviously these are outliers, anecdotal at best, but it just happened to be on my mind.
Yeah.
No, so I haven't bought any Mirrodin Darksteel collections, which means 66% of all collections out there are just full of Near Mint Chalice of the Voids.
Yes, correct. We've got a large enough sample size to definitively say that.
That's what Frank Carson would say.
Yeah. Frank Carson approved. Can we get like a big, like a stamp sound, like a and like have a Frank Carson approved stamped?
Oh, we should actually. That's a great bit for the Pro Tour. I'm going to pass that one on.
Oh,
give me my.
You can
give,
tip your
give
waitress.
us our royalties, yeah.
Professor Carson approved.
My pick of the week is very expensive for a card that for a guy that normally picks bulk rares or bulk adjacent things that you should buy bricks of. This is just a card that I think will be $50 before it is $15. It is currently $30. It is Portal to Phyrexia. It is in the same vein as Archon of Cruelty. That is just the best artifact thing you can often put onto the battlefield. It just kind of wins the game, which a 9-mana artifact should. Not a ton of big artifacts immediately get you +9 card advantage and then continue to get you card advantage every turn. But this one does. It's $30. I view this from the same lens as like Phyrexian Altar or like Darksteel Forge. Those are just artifacts that are hard to reprint, that creep up very high over time, and they just tend to not see huge reprints. Like Portal to Phyrexia, Brothers War was 4 years ago, and like, what's the reprint outlet for this card nowadays? Like, can it be a bonus sheet? Maybe. Can it be a bonus sheet from, like, Universes Beyond? I guess, maybe, but, like...
Yeah, it could be.
It could be, but...
Portal to Phyrexia could literally be, like, a random wormhole in the Star Trek set, bro.
Portal to Asgard.
And if and when they do, that version will be like $20,
Agreed.
and this version will go to $25, and then it will keep going up because the number of new Magic players joining from Star Trek is going to eclipse the reprint equity of Portal to Phyrexia.
I disagree with
Phyrexia,
you because I wanted to be argumentative, but I actually do agree with all of your core points. I apologize. Corbin for a second there.
It's a cool card. It is a good cube finisher if you're playing powered cube on Arena. It's one of my favorite Tinker targets.
I might play this card at Vintage Champs this year, at Eternal Weekend.
So I talked a lot about MTG ban. I will briefly touch on the data here. TCG low $26. Card Kingdom pays you $27. Card Kingdom sells it for $45.
Yikes.
TCG Direct is $38 right now, and if you sell it on Direct, again, you're not hit with that massive fee structure, so like expect to get paid in the low 30s. If you sell it for $38, you actually get paid out at like TCG market price. That's very reasonable. I think the card has a lot of legs in the future. It's going to be a slow gainer. It's not that kind of thing that will get hype on a TikTok video and suddenly spike from 30, but like it's the kind of thing you want to keep your eye on if you just have a need for one in a deck. Like, I think now is going to be better than later.
Yeah.
Yep. Agreed. Good pick. As are all of them. And you can get them by going to patreon.com/BSB. Okay. Is there anything else we want to touch on before we get out of here this week? We've got Marvel for the next couple months, and then The Hobbit. I'll note that showcase scrolls on the Hobbit cards, or rather Lord of the Rings cards, just continue to go up. We've been talking this episode about Spider-Man cards and Marvel cards possibly going up in the future as we get more of these things. And it's been quietly happening with Lord of the Rings for a while now. And it's probably just going to keep going.
So the showcase scrolls cards are some of the prettiest cards they've released as like bonus things. I think they're very, very resonant. I mean, I think I sold a couple of Silver Scroll Nazguls for like 200 a piece recently.
Jesus.
Yeah, they've gotten the Nazguls themselves are all extremely expensive again now too.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is really
complementary demand
going up. Yeah, absolutely. Along with, Nazgul could get reprinted. Sure, there are a number of cards from Lord of the Rings that are not going to end up reprinted, that are just going to go up in price.
Yep.
All right. Well, one thing that doesn't go up in price, that's the price to join our Discord and Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, you can get in, and we love hanging out with people in Discord. So please go check out patreon.com/BSB. We want to give a shout out to Ban for sponsoring us as always. You can go check them out. And we want to give a shout out, of course, to you, the listeners. So thank you for sticking with us. This is Brainstorm Brewery. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.